On the back of Africa Oil Week, another gathering is putting further emphasis on African energy. The Africa Energy Week focuses on all aspects of exploration, collaboration, as well as utilization of African energy resources. The message is clear. The African energy challenge is enormous.
600 million people around Africa have no access to electricity. 900 million no access to clean cooking technologies. We can say this industry is done.
South African Minister of Energy, Gwede Mantashe, is on record saying that South Africa will not be pushed into unsustainable and expensive energy solution in a socio-economic environment where food security as well as access to clean energy go hand in hand. South Africa is not stepping back from the position that local solutions cannot be clean energy only.
Many people who talk about just transition normally talk about just transition from coal to renewables. Every time they say that, we correct them. We say it can't be from coal to renewables. It's from high carbon emission to low carbon emission. Where we're experimenting with carbon capture, storage and use, and see if we cannot expand the use of coal, because we are well endowed with coal as a country.
The largest economies of the West were all built on the back of carbon emissions. And now carbon is being used, weaponized and demonized against the development of Africa by the very same Western nations and their financial institutions, further delaying the development of the continent. But African leaders are clear that Africa should not bear the brunt of historically bad energy decisions, and it should not be punished for them either.
We believe in Sasol that Africa must harness its abundant energy resources to address the socio-economic developments of its people.
The European energy crisis has created unprecedented uptick in the nuclear power interest. And according to the International Energy Agency, employing less nuclear on our path to net zero would end up costing the consumers, me and you, $20 billion more all the way through to 2050. Now, using nuclear and other cleaner forms of energy is uppermost in the minds of African energy policymakers.
There's another technology that we're not talking about. I've not heard anybody talking about here, called nuclear. France is dependent on nuclear, 75% of electricity. And when Germany is in trouble, it is lucky it is having France as a neighbor. We don't have France as a neighbor. Therefore, we must build that nuclear capacity. We have one power station in South Africa.
So behind the smiles and the handshake at the biggest energy gathering in Africa, the talks and arguments around new partnerships and alliances for Africa in the energy sector continue. African delegates agree the continent needs new contract with the people they form partnerships with, so that it's not just about paying expensive clean energy loans and taking profits offshore, but building sustainable energy-driven economies for the people of Africa. Carboon, RT, South Africa.